Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets. So Google just had their big Made by Google event, August 20th, and wow, they dropped a whole suite of new devices. We're talking phones, a foldable, a new smartwatch, earbuds, the big theme running through absolutely everything, AI. It's like it's baked into the core this year. I'm really excited to dive into all this new tech and figure out what it actually means for, us using it every day.
Yeah, it's fascinating. What's fascinating here is how much Google is leaning into its Gemini AI across the board. Like you said, it's not just a feature anymore. It feels like it is the core experience. I mean, the sheer amount of stuff they announced, it really signals this shift towards more integrated, maybe even proactive AI.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking at how these new devices are trying to make our digital lives, well, smarter and maybe more seamless.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with the phones seems like the obvious place. The Pixel 10 series. We've got the Pixel 10, the 10 Pro, the 10 Pro XL, and yeah, the 10 Pro Fold is back. These phones are really pushing the boundaries with AI this year. What's the big picture here?
Well, the core of it, the foundation really, is that new chip, the Tensor G5. This is a big deal. It's a 3-nanometer chip made by TSMC. Google's claiming some serious performance bumps like 34% faster CPU, and get this, a 60% faster TPU.
TPU, that's the AI part, right? The tensor processing unit.
Exactly. So that huge jump in TPU speed means on-device AI tasks should be way faster and probably more power efficient too. It means these phones are really designed around AI from the ground up. It's not just software layered on top. The hardware is built for it.
Right, designed for AI. So let's talk about those AI features. Magic Queue sounds intriguing. Proactive AI assistant, like it pulls up your flight details if you're calling an airline, or suggests reservation info if you're texting about dinner.
Yeah, that's the idea. It tries to anticipate what information you'll need based on your current context, which apps you're using, what you're doing.
Sounds super helpful, potentially, but also maybe a bit much. Like the phone knows too much. Can you control it?
That's the key question, isn't it? Google says you can. You should be able to manage which apps Magic Queue gets data from, or you can just, turn the whole thing off if it feels intrusive. Finding that balance between helpful and creaky, that's the tightrope they're walking.
Definitely a fine line. Okay, what about Ask Photos? Conversational photo editing. You can just tell it, remove the cars or fix the colors, or even just make it better.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Voice or text prompts to make edits. They even showed crazy stuff like changing backgrounds entirely or adding sunglasses to people's faces.
Wow. Okay, that does sound like magic. But doesn't that mess with the idea of an authentic photo? Like, what's real anymore?
That's a huge concern, and Google seems to know it. That's where this C2PA thing comes in content credentials. The Pixel 10 series will apparently be the first phones to use this standard. It basically embeds information into the photo file itself.
Information like?
Like if AI was used to edit it, where it was used, and maybe even how. It's about transparency, trying to build back some trust, with deepfakes and everything out there.
Okay, so AI transparency baked in. That's interesting. What about helping us just take better photos in the first place? Camera Coach and Auto Best Take.
Right, so Camera Coach uses Gemini to give you tips right on the screen, like composition advice, or it might suggest different angles with an Inspire Me button, kind of like a little photo tutor in your pocket.
I could use that. And Auto Best Take.
That's the group shot saver. It captures a burst up to 150 frames, apparently, and then AI combines them to make sure everyone looks good. Eyes open, smiling, the usual struggles.
150 frames, wow.
Yeah, and it works with JPEGs and RAW files, which is a nice touch for more serious photographers.
No more endless retakes for group photos. Okay, and voice translate. Real-time translation during calls that matches your voice. That sounds wild.
It really does. The idea is you're on a call, it translates what you say into another language. Currently supports 11 languages, but it keeps your vocal tone and style.
So it sounds like me speaking Spanish, not a robot.
That's the promise. And crucially, they say it's all processed on device for privacy. Your conversation doesn't need to go to the cloud for translation.
On device is good. What other little AI helpers are packed in? Daily Hub and Take a Message.
Yeah, quick hits. Daily Hub gives you a summary of your day, appointments, weather, reminders. Take a Message transcribes voicemails from missed calls and can even suggest relevant next steps. If we connect this to the bigger picture, all these AI features are really about streamlining things, making the phone work for you, almost anticipating what you need. Less like a tool, more like an assistant. And it's worth mentioning the Pro, Pro XL, and the Fold models. They come with a year of the Google AI Pro subscription. That's like their premium AI stuff.
So there's the upsell, access to the even smarter Gemini models and tools. Okay, interesting strategy. Let's switch gears slightly. The physical stuff. Key 2 wireless charging, they're calling it Pixel Snap. Google's MagSafe, basically.
Yeah, pretty much seems like it. All the Pixel 10 phones have magnets now for aligning with Key 2 chargers. Standard Key 2 gives you up to 15W. The Pro XL actually gets Q 2.2, which pushes it up to 25W wireless. That's pretty fast for wireless.
And they have their own accessories, Pixel Snap chargers and stands.
They do. But the good thing about Key 2 is it's an open standard. So it should work with other Q 2 chargers and accessories too, not just Google's. It's more convenient, frees up the USB-C port.
Okay, smart move, embracing the standard. What about toughness? And the screens, especially that fold.
Durability seems like a focus. The Pixel Pen Pro Fold is actually their first foldable with a proper IP68 rating for dust and water resistance. That's impressive for a foldable. It also has a new gearless hinge design, supposedly for better longevity.
IP68 on a foldable is definitely a big step. And the regular Pro models.
Still solid. They're talking spacecraft-grade aluminum, Gorilla Glass Victus 2, also IP68. And the displays on the Pro and Pro XL get seriously bright, 3,300 nits peak brightness.
3,300 nits, that's very bright. Good for outdoors, I guess.
Exactly. Better visibility, better HDR. Premium stuff.
Okay, quick rundown on price and when we can get them.
Sure. Pixel 10 starts at $799. The 10 Pro is $999, and the 10 Pro XL is $11,199. Those are all available pretty soon, August 28th. The Pixel 10 Pro Fold is pricier, starting at $700 and $799, and that one launches October 9th.
Right, got it. Okay, so that's the phones, packed with AI. But what about our wrists? The Pixel Watch 4 is here too. So what does this all mean for our wrists? It sounds like it's got some serious upgrades.
It really does, and maybe the most surprising thing is they kept the starting price the same, $349.
Yeah.
But yeah, big improvements. The screen is 10% larger, the bezels are 16% thinner, and it gets way brighter, 3,000 nits peak. That's 50% brighter than the Watch 3.
Whoa, brighter and bigger screen in the same size body. How'd they manage that?
Thinner bezels mainly. So, same overall size and weight, just more screen real estate. Pretty clever engineering.
And battery life. Always the Achilles heel for smartwatches.
Big improvement here, too. They're claiming 25% better battery life. So the 41mm model is rated for 30 hours now, and the 45mm for 40 hours. That's with the always-on display enabled.
Okay, 30 and 40 hours is definitely more usable. What's driving that?
A new, more efficient dual-chip design, apparently. And charging is different, too. New side contacts, so it can sit like a little bedside clock while charging.
That's kind of neat. Is it faster?
Much faster.
Yeah.
50% charge in just 15 minutes and a full charge in 45 minutes. That makes a huge difference for daily use.
15 minutes for half a charge. Nice. Now, I heard something about life-saving tech, a first for smartwatches.
Yeah, this is pretty huge. Satellite SOS. The Pixel Watch 4 is the first smartwatch with emergency satellite communication built in.
So you don't need your phone nearby?
Nope. On the LTE models, even if you don't have an active cell plan for the watch, you can send an emergency message via satellite if you're in the U.S. and can't reach 911 normally.
Wow. That's actually a potentially life-saving feature for hikers or just anyone in a remote area.
Exactly. It's a big step for wearable safety tech.
And how's the AI, the Gemini integration, showing up on the watch?
It's more seamless. There's a raise-to-talk gesture now, so you don't always have to say, "Hey, Google." Just lift your wrist and speak.
Oh, that's much more natural.
Yeah, and you get context-aware smart replies for messages. Like, if you're running late according to your calendar, it might suggest replying, "I'm running 10 minutes late." Plus, AI-powered activity recognition. If you forget to start tracking a run, it can figure it out afterwards and ask if you want to save the workout.
That retroactive tracking is handy. I forget all the time. What about the health sensors? Any upgrades there?
Yep. Upgraded skin temp sensor. They say it gives 18% more accurate sleep insights. And dual-band GPS.
Dual-band GPS. Why is that better?
It's much more accurate in tricky environments, like downtown with tall buildings or under dense tree cover where regular GPS can get flaky. Better tracking for runs and hikes. And for Fitbit Premium users, there's a new AI health coach. It tries to connect the dots between all your different health metrics, sleep, activity, heart rate, and give you personalized advice.
Moving beyond just data to actual insights. And I saw something about repairability.
Yeah, that's a first for Google Watches. Designed so the screen and battery can be replaced by certified technicians. Better for longevity, better for the environment.
Good to see. When can people get this watch?
Pre-orders are open now, and it's on sale October 9th. And those LTE versions, if you buy through Google or Best Buy, come with 2 years of free connectivity.
2 years free. That's a decent perk. Okay, one more thing from the event. Audio. The Pixel Buds 2a. And for those who love their audio, Google also unveiled the Pixel Buds 2a, aiming to be a top contender in the affordable earbuds market.
Right, the budget-friendly option, but with some surprisingly premium features this time. The headline feature is definitely active noise cancellation, ANC. They're calling it Silent Seal 1.5. That's huge for Buds at this price point. Usually, ANC is reserved for the Pro models.
ANC on the A series. Okay, that is a big step up. How is the sound quality supposed to be?
Google's claiming a significant leap forward. They mentioned a new custom speaker driver and a high-frequency chamber, so aiming for richer, clearer audio than the previous A series.
And AI finds its way into the earbuds too, I assume.
Of course. There's a Tensor A1 chip inside. It powers better call quality, supposedly helped by new wind-blocking mesh covers. And yes, built-in Gemini AI. So you get hands-free Hey Google commands, and the chip should make those interactions faster and more reliable.
Makes sense. What about fit and battery? Are they comfortable?
They have a new design, a twist-to-adjust stabilizer thing for more secure fit. They're also smaller and lighter, which is good for comfort. And they're IP54 rated, so sweat and dust resistant.
Okay, secure fit, sweat resistance. Sounds good for workouts. Battery life.
Pretty decent. 7 hours of playback with ANC turned on, plus another 20 hours from the charging case. That's solid. And you get the usual conveniences like fast pair for easy setup and the Find Hub integration to help locate them if you misplace them.
Okay, ANC, better sound, AI, decent battery. What's the catch? Price must have gone up, right?
It did, yeah. They're $129. The original A series was $99, so a $30 jump.
But you are getting ANC and quite a few other upgrades for that. Seems reasonable. When are they out?
Same timeline as the watch pre-order now, available October 9th. It is worth pointing out what you don't get compared to the Pixel Buds Pro 2. No wireless charging for the case, no speaker in the case to help find it, no voice accelerometer, no conversation detection, no head tracking for spatial audio.
Okay, so clear differences from the Pro model still.
Right. But one interesting little detail. The battery inside the Buds 2a charging case is replaceable. That's a nice touch for long-term usability.
Replaceable case battery. Huh, interesting. Wow, what a lineup from Google. It really feels like AI is stepping out of the experimental lab and into our daily lives with these new Pixel devices. Seriously, it's everywhere. Phones, watch, buds. It's not just an add-on. It feels like the central pillar now.
Absolutely. They're weaving it deep into the fabric. And, this raises an important question for you, our listener. With AI becoming so deeply embedded and proactive in our devices, maybe even anticipating what we want, are you excited for this new level of digital assistance, or do you find yourself wondering where the line is between helpful smarts and maybe too much intrusion? It's that constant balance, right?
Yeah.
Convenience versus privacy, helpfulness versus feeling watched. Something to think about as this tech evolves.
Definitely something to think about. That's all the tech we're fitting into your ears for today. Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed the discussion, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.